Welcome back to Two More Cast News, your trusted source for in-depth stories on wildlife, conservation, and the fight to protect our planet's natural wonders. I'm Nick, and on this episode, we're going to bring you three explosive stories from the front lines of the battle against poaching. From a deadly shootout in South Africa's Kruger National Park to a shocking bust involving a forest watcher in India, and a serial poacher finally brought to justice in Oregon. These cases reveal the high stakes of protecting our wildlife. We're just going to dive into these right quick. Kruger National Park, spanning nearly 20,000 square kilometers in South Africa, is a global treasure. It's home to over 500 bird species, 147 mammals, and the iconic Big Five, lions, tigers, zebras. But it's also a war zone where rangers risk their lives daily to combat poachers driven by the lucrative illegal wildlife trade. This is valued at $20 billion annually. On June 14th, in the Centera region, that war turned deadly. Here's how it went down. A team of Kruger Rangers, equipped with night vision gear and backed by the South African Police Service, was conducting a routine anti-poaching patrol when they spotted three suspicious men. One carried a high-powered hunting rifle, and the others had backpacks likely containing tools like wire cutters, machetes, and even tranquilizers. Wild. Standards gear for poaching rhinos and elephants. But the Rangers issued a clear command: drop your weapon and surrender. But instead, the suspects opened fire, igniting a chaotic firefight in the dark. The exchange was intense, bullets flew in both directions, and the two of the suspects' poachers were critically wounded. Despite rapid responses from police and emergency services, one suspect succumbed to his injuries at the scene. The second was airlifted to a hospital where he remains under heavy police guard, facing charges of attempted murder, trespassing, and possession of an unlicensed firearm as soon as he's medically cleared. The third suspect managed to escape into the vast park, and authorities are still hunting for him using tracking dogs and drones. At the scene, rangers recovered chilling evidence of the suspect's intent: a high-caliber rifle designed to take down large game, live ammunition, an axe for hacking tusks or horns, a knife, and two cell phones likely used to coordinate with buyers or smugglers. Early investigations suggest the suspects may be illegal immigrants from Mozambique crossing the porous border to exploit Kruger's wildlife. This highlights a major challenge. Poaching networks often operate across international lines, fueled by demand for rhino horns and elephant ivory in markets as far away as Asia. Major General Zeff, the acting provincial commissioner of the South African Police Service, issued a powerful statement. He said, "Our rangers and police will work relentlessly to keep Kruger safe. The park is not just a sanctuary, it's a cornerstone of heritage, a learning resource for future generations, and a vital driver of South Africa's tourism economy, contributing over $2 billion annually. We will protect it at all costs." Since 2010, over 8,000 rhinos have been poached in South Africa alone, with Kruger bearing the brunt. Solutions like dehorning and community outreach are gaining traction, but the risks rangers face remain immense. Now we turn to Tamil Nadu, India, where a major operation on June 20th exposed a shocking betrayal in the fight against wildlife crime. Near the Tamudi estate in Valpari, the Tamil Nadu Forest Department arrested 5 individuals, including a forest watcher, for illegally possessing 2 elephant tusks, which is a grim reminder that poaching can sometimes involve those entrusted to protect our own wildlife. Corruption is everywhere. Valpari, nestled in the biodiversity-rich Western Ghats, is home to some of India's last wild elephants, with Tamil Nadu hosting an estimated 2,700 of the country's 27,000 remaining elephants. Acting on a tip from local informant, forest officials raided a forest near Tamudi estate, catching the suspects red-handed with 2 large elephant tusks, likely sourced from a recently poached adult male. The tusks weighed approximately 10 kilograms each and could fetch up to $20,000 in the black market. The involvement of a forest watcher, which is someone that's paid to protect wildlife, has sent shockwaves through the conservation community. This insider betrayal raises serious concerns about corruption within the system. The Tamil Nadu Forest Department has filed charges under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, which bans the possession, trade, or sale of wildlife products like ivory. The suspects are in custody, and authorities are digging deeper to uncover potential links to interstate or international poaching syndicates, which often smuggle ivory to markets in Southeast Asia and China. A senior forest official stated, "This arrest is a step forward, but exposes our challenges: low convictions rates, sophisticated poaching networks, and now internal complicity." Tamil Nadu's conviction rate for wildlife crime hovers below 10%, often due to loopholes, lack of evidence, or witness intimidation. Conservationists are pushing for stronger measures, including GPS tracking of elephant herds, community-based anti-poaching patrols, and public awareness campaigns to reduce the demand for ivory. With India losing dozens of elephants to poaching each year, the stakes couldn't be higher. And then finally, for our last story, we had to Canyon City, Oregon, where a serial poacher's 2-year crime spree has come to a dramatic end. On June 24th, the Grant County Court sentenced the offender to 95 days in jail, over $22,000 in fines and restitution, and 260 hours of community service and a lifetime ban on hunting and fishing. A landmark case in the fight to protect Oregon's wildlife. The Oregon State Police Fish and Wildlife Division kicked off their investigation in March of 2023 after a tip that suspects already under a hunting ban was in possession of a 6x6 bull elk head. Trooper seized the trophy and secured a conviction, resulting in a lifetime revocation of his hunting privileges. That didn't stop him. In September of 2023, he was caught spotlighting, which is using bright lights to stun animals at night, to illegally kill a 5x6 bull elk and two 3x4 mule deer bucks from a public roadway, which is violation of Oregon's daylight-only hunting laws. This is the second time a spotlight's been used to put somebody in jail for illegally hunting, with spotlighting deer. But search warrants uncovered a trove of evidence: antlers from the poached elk and deer, a high-powered rifle, a spotlight, a bow, and hunting calls used to lure animals. The suspect faced 2 felony convictions for the elk and deer kills, 9 misdemeanor wildlife and angling charges, and a probation violation. But this defiance continued. In 2024, troopers tracked him for nearly 2 months, documenting over 30 illegal angling violations on the John Day River, a critical habitat for wild steelhead, a species already threatened by overfishing and habitat loss. The court's response was swift and severe. The plea agreement included jail time, $15,000 in restitution for the loss of wildlife, $7,500 in fines, forfeiture of all poaching equipment, and 18 months of probation. Not stiff enough, no. But Bernadette Graham Hudson, the Wildlife Division Administrator for the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, emphasized the broader impact and says, "Poaching steals from everyone, especially future generations. Our turn-in poachers tip line was crucial in this case, and we thank the community for their vigilance." Yeah, those tip lines mean a lot, dude. Like, they really, like, I do all these stories all the time, and a lot of them do start off with these tip lines. Someone calling in, give them a tip, find it, figure it out, start their investigations. This case underscores the power of collaboration, tips from hunters, anglers, and residents, combined with relentless enforcement by the OSP troopers and the Grant County District Attorney's Office, who brought this poacher to justice. In Oregon's wildlife, including 34,000 elk and 25,000 mule deer in Grant County alone, faces ongoing threats from illegal activities. Programs like the Turn-In Poachers Hotline, which offers rewards for actionable tips and providing vital in protection of these resources. From the savannas of South Africa to the forests of India and the rivers of Oregon, and the fight against poaching is a global mission that demands courage, collaboration, and innovation. Rangers, officials, and communities are stepping up, but the question remains: are tougher laws enough, or do we need to invest more in education, technology, and community-driven solutions? We want to hear from you, man. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button, and share this video, and subscribe to the Two More Cast News for more hard-hitting stories on wildlife and conservation. Thanks for tuning in to Two More Cast News. Stay wild, stay informed, and we'll see you next time, man. Later.